For the last 30 years, the answer to every cheap Roadster question has been the same. It's always, just get a Miata. In fact, it's in the name. Miata is always the answer. But what if you didn't? What if you chose the underdog? What if you bought something rarer, weirder, and a bit American? Okay viewers, let's get the facts out of the way. It's got a 2.4 litre Ecotec 4-cylinder engine, making 177 horsepower. Now this isn't exactly earth-shattering, or even driveway shaking, but it's enough to have fun. Especially when you couple that with rear-wheel drive, a 5-speed AR5 transmission, and, crucially, looks of a concept car that escapes onto public roads. Yes, it weighs just under 2,900 pounds, a little bit more than a Miata, but it makes up for it with more torque. And, unlike the Miata, you see far less of them. Now, it does have its quirks. The boot, or trunk, barely opens. When it does, it's a clamshell, and it's wholly useless. The cup holders are an afterthought at best, but the parts that make it a Roadster, the fun bits, well, they're all there. The first time I drove this thing, I thought, this shouldn't exist. It's American, it's a Roadster, and it's actually good. The Americans are good at building big thundering V8s. Fantastically loud, roaring things that rev to 3,000 RPM, shake a building, cause catastrophic earthquakes. The cars can't handle very well. They understeer, they oversteer, and when it oversteers, you're probably gonna die. That, or hit a crowd of people leaving cars and coffee. But here, in the Solstice, they changed the formula. They gave it balance. They gave it feel. They gave it a soul. They gave it that Roadster charm. They figured it out. Somehow it just works. And it's not what they usually do. It's like discovering the guys who deep fry Twinkies on the weekends have mastered French patisserie somehow. It wants to play. The engine wants to rev out. It wants you to feel all the horsepower, all the torque. It doesn't have a lot to give, but it wants to give it all. And you can feel that when you put your foot down. When you're cruising along at 50, 60 miles an hour, it feels antsy. It feels reserved. It feels like you're holding it back. Then it hits the sweet spot. You downshift into third. The revs come up. The car feels alive. The rattles dissipate. Suddenly, you don't feel like you're in a plastic American car from 2006. You feel like you're in a real Roadster. It turns in sharp. The steering has real feel. You know where the wheels are facing. You know what the road's doing underneath you, and you know how the tires are reacting to the surface. You can feel all of this in real time. It wants to play. It wants to be a Roadster. It wants to tackle twists and turns with the big boys. Now, of course, fun rear-wheel drive Roadsters, you've got options. S2000, MX-5, Z4, even the MR2. But here's the thing. Every one of those overpriced for a decent example. Low miles, forget about it. Unreliable to some extent, and frankly, common. Yes, the S2000 revs to 9,000 RPM, but a low mileage decent example, upwards of 30,000, sometimes 50. Yes, the Z4's got BMW heritage, Zagato-inspired design, a luxurious interior for the most part, but it's too serious, it's too German. Yes, the Boxster's rear-engined, perfectly balanced, German-engineered. Like the Z4, too serious, and it will break. When it does, it will be expensive. And the MR2, good luck. So, that leaves us with the Solstice. It looks fantastic, like a concept car. It's very close to that original Detroit Auto Show car that they showed off. The one that you saw in Transformers when you were a kid. It's rare. In this colour, they made 1,000 for the year, and I think they ended up with 4,000 total in this green. I don't know the full figures, but I'm putting them on screen, and you'll be able to see, you know, how many of them they made for the 2006 to 2009 run. Now, that doesn't include the GXP numbers. Those 2-litre turbos, they made probably about the same number from 2007 to 2009. The chassis is genuinely good. The Kappa platform is undervalued, it's underloved, and it is particularly capable. There's people putting serious power through these with many, many different engine transplant swaps, mostly all from GM. There's a couple 9-second cars running LS7s. Most commonly, LS3s. There's even a 2JZ swapped one. It just proves that this is such a modular chassis. There's so much room for growth and there's so much you can do with it. Now, the base that I have here, the 2.4 litre, it's simple. The car itself is simple. There's no turbos, there's no touchscreens, there's no fake engine noise. There's none of that nonsense you get with new cars. It has an engine, it has a transmission, it's got power to the rear wheels, and that's about it. I mean, what else do you need from a Roadster? You want to feel the road beneath you, you want to feel that steering, and you want to throw it about. Now, most importantly with this car, it makes you feel something mechanical. It makes you feel like you're doing something, like you're driving. But the Miata, let's get it out of the way. The Miata's lighter, sharper. It will outhandle this thing all day. But the Miata's everywhere. There's a reason there's an entire racing spec around them. The Solstice, however, it's a conversation, a curiosity. So, what is this car really? Well, is it a sports car? A weekend toy, a Roadster, a poor man's Corvette? Yes. And also no. Because here's the thing. It's not chasing lap times like a Cayman or a 718 Boxster for that matter. It's not trying to be a Porsche. It's not fancy or luxurious like the BMW. It's not as playful as the Miata. It wants you to get in, drop the top, sunny day, find a back road, and really remember why you fell in love with cars in the first place. It's got a soul, a real one at that. Look, it's not perfect by any stretch. The gearbox feels like you're stirring pudding. The trunk space is abysmal. The interior was designed by somebody who had no joints in their arms. I mean, how am I supposed to reach anything? But when you sat there, roof down, engines buzzing, you got corners coming up, you forget all the imperfections. The slight delay in the throttle for it being naturally aspirated, the occasional clunk, the weird angle of fourth gear. These don't ruin the experience. I want to say they make it. It's character. It's something cars used to have before they all came with heat-seeking missiles or a therapist. You just don't get this feeling with new cars. Because this isn't a Miata. And thank God for that.